Hey there, boys and girls of the YouTube world. You've been asking for it, so here it is. Tour of the new shop. So, yes, this is our shop. This isn't my dad's shop. This is not my buddy's shop. This isn't a farm shop, technically it is. This isn't my storage building. I don't know, there's a lot of rumors between the Facebook fan page and the comment section. And if I had a nickel for every new shop, where's the shop? Did you lose the shop? What happened to the shop? Whose shop comments? I'd have a dump truck full of nickels. So, cut back to the footage of when we moved into the new shop. That's right, the new Mortske World headquarters. I don't know, you guys come up with a name for this place. Comes with a house too, how about that? Still got the trusty old Expedition. It's a little bit bigger. We got security cameras. Bigger doors, little apron out front. Right along the highway though, so we got a little noise to contend with. Should we go inside, check it out, Duff? All right. Come on, you lunatic. All right, show them the inside. All right, here's the inside. So the dimensions on this building are 54 wide in feet, 110 deep, 14-foot sidewall. For reference, the old shop is 34 wide, so it's 20 feet wider and 60 feet long, so 50 feet longer, and 8-foot sidewalls. So it's a lot bigger. And Duff and I are excited about that, and the thing that we're most excited about is taller sidewalls. So that means 2-post lift. No more crawling on our back stuff. Yeah. So it's got a 10-foot door, and I think that is a 12-foot door. Got a waste oil furnace. So provided we can get some folks to hook us up with some used oil, we can have free heat. So if anybody's in the southeast corner in North Dakota or close by, and you got a bunch of used oil to get rid of, we're willing to take it. We'll even travel to come get it, so hit us up. Because free heat is good. I don't know, trying to get the dump truck / plow truck, but he's not quite ready to let it go. So the story on this place is, this is my aunt and uncle. This has been in the works for 6 years now. They had a business. They slowly sold off the business, retired, moved to the lake, and I wanted to be here, be out of town, closer to my 9-to-5 job, and have a shop where I could have a lift, and a whole lot more room to play, and a yard with more room for Duff to play. So yeah, kind of a family deal. Now we got a new shop to hopefully not lose. Also came with a couple of oil totes for, I don't know, we'll fill that with, we'll see. See if we use it. Be cool to have some 530 and 1030 on hand, or maybe 1540 and 530, something like that. Hydraulic oil, there's a little bit left in there. I don't know, random oils. Like I said, this runs off used oil. We don't create enough used oil to heat this whole place, but we do have some of their connections for used oil. Hopefully get some more. Like I said, this is a truck shop, so it came with a bunch of cool stuff like these ladders. It came with a mower, a little bit fancier than what we got at home now. It's got forced air propane for a backup. This first 55 feet was the original shop, which was built in like the 60s. It's got these wood trusses, and the back half has these lattice style steel trusses. It was built in the 90s. There's floor heat back here, and there's no floor heat over here. Four-wheeler is going, doesn't stay. Golf cart doesn't stay, unfortunately. Skid steer we get to keep for a little while to help unload the new stuff. Comes with all kinds of storage over here for parts. So the sucky thing is it doesn't have rural water, so we might have to try to get that bored in. It's got this water tank to fill, and this is the tank you put in the back of the dump truck to fill it up. Really inconvenient. Check this out. We got storage up here. You coming up here? Do you do steps? Oh yeah, you do steps. This was kind of the wash bay for trucks. So they put in this concrete wall, whatever, cinder blocks, just because cinder blocks, the water isn't going to affect it like it was going to rot away wood or steel. Kind of why they got that blue tarp over there, keep water from getting on the steel. Got a nice little platform for lifting junk up here. It's got a pretty good size air compressor. It's a Coleman PowerMate Magna Force 6.5 horse. Need that to run, obviously, all our air tools, but you also need that for waste oil furnace. Did you find any mices in there? Hopefully not. But yeah, there's quite a bit of room up here for storage, and then I'll show you what's going on underneath. So we're gonna load this up. This is kind of an awkward area right here, so I don't know if we're gonna extend this out or what we're gonna do. It'd be kind of nice to make a clean room for doing engine stuff, or maybe like a dirty room for doing welding. I don't know, like that'd be cool to have like a nice lit room with a lathe and a mill and all that stuff in there. At the same time, this is gonna fill up fast because I got a lot of stuff and I got a lot of parts and I got a lot of buildings full of things. So let's continue on. Enclosed trailer, not mine. I did pick one up though, just for moving stuff here. What do you think? You are excited. Comes with a pressure washer. We can do all the pudding things. Diesel powered, so we got hot water for really baking stuff off. And then we got a break room with a fart fan. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I don't need a break room. I don't like that it doesn't have a window and that it's not by the other end of the building. So this is probably gonna be part storage as well. I don't know, maybe we'll put a beer fridge in here, have a little hangout, TV on the wall, we can do our lives or something in here. Video editing, stuff like that. And then we got the bathroom. It's got the boiler for the floor heat, which is propane. It's got an electric water heater, not a hot water heater, just a water heater. And then we got the john and the sink. And this again, it's way too big. So I don't know if we're gonna put like part storage on this half or what we're gonna do. You don't need a bathroom this big. I mean, look at the bathroom of the other guy. There's barely enough room to turn around in there. Did think about taking this wall out, but there's so much space up there for storage, and we're gonna need the storage for parts and stuff. And it's a really expensive wall, so I hate to see it go. I gotta turn that light off over there. What do you got over there? What's in there? Get him. Get him. Need to make some new floor drain covers because you could lose a small child in these, so we'll get something with a little bit smaller vents in there. And then we got another 10-foot door back here. It's got vaulted ceiling, so that's cool. It gives us a little bit more room. It's got these old gymnasium metal halide lights. You can hear them. And those are going away. Really annoying. It's actually brighter in here than I thought it would be. We're gonna put some LEDs in that hopefully don't mess with the cameras. If you see some guys have LEDs, they put lines in your screen on your camera. We don't want that. And also the walls are filthy, so we gotta clean all that stuff. And that's what we're gonna do next, and it's not fun. Not gonna be fun. What is in here, Duff? It's just, there's nothing. Blue tarp's coming down. Looks like there's an exhaust fan up there and some more lights over here. Got some fire extinguishers, so that's handy, you know, because we like lighting ourselves on fire. Pretty excited about this, guys. I'm really excited to get some new lights and a lift. Again, we got some more ladders. I don't know if those ladders are staying or not. Torch is staying, so we'll have a backup torch. There is plumbing in here for air. It's a combination of cast iron pipe and PVC, which I don't really care for either, but the PVC I really don't care for because it's known to burst. And there's no air on that side of the building, no plug-ins over there for welders, so we got to get some more plumbing for air and for the welder all over there. So we got to do that. Here's where I clean a spot, and here's where Mojo cleaned a spot. You might see some of him. He might come out and help. Pretty nice guy. Worked for my aunt and uncle for years. Retired, but still likes keeping active, so maybe we'll see some of him. What's in the enclosed trailer, you goof? But yeah, that's gonna be fun cleaning. So if anybody's got a good suggestion on how to clean, we're probably gonna have this clean by the time this video is up. So yeah, what's this? Is this 220? No, 110. Welding table, some storage racks. Again, a lot of this stuff stays. I think that battery charger stays. The tombstone welder doesn't stay, which I don't care. Never owned a stick welder. Don't know how to stick weld. The bench, most of the tools stay. There's some hardware and some miscellaneous fittings. I'm more excited about the cabinet than anything. I like old advertising storage cabinets things. The bench is not deep enough, and it's not really the height that I like. I like my benches about right here, right above your belly button, just like my toolboxes at home. It comes with a lot of extra stuff, so that'll be good, right, Duff? Right. I did get a scissor lift rented for doing all the electrical and running the airlines and that type of stuff, so that'll be around for a bit. No, we did not buy that. Didn't come with the building. We're just renting it. And then I think the air compressor, that 24 volt charger, drill press grinder, that's not staying. There's a couple of aerials though that are staying. And that coat rack. It's a real nice coat rack. Well, that's it, guys. That's pretty much the tour of the place. I got 6 acres and some change. Got a house with a 2-stall attached garage, heated, way nicer than what I had before. I'm on a highway, so you guys are gonna hear some noise from that, but at least we're out of town, and there's a 40 by 50 pole shed, has a dirt floor, so we're gonna have to get that cemented out because I don't like storing nice cars on dirt floors. They just kind of rot from underneath, unfortunately. So we'll have to do something there. There's gonna be some improvements going on here. Like I said, electrical, plumbing, general cleaning. We're getting at least a single, or at least one 2-post hoist, if not probably 2, because it seems like the way things are going with parts these days, you're gonna have something on it, you're gonna have it all tore apart, and you're gonna find something, you're gonna be waiting for parts. So there you are, stuck. You can't put it down, roll it around. So probably get 2. I'm thinking about getting a 10,000 and a 12,000, but those things went up 30% the first of the year. I wish I would have bought them ahead of time, but I was trying to save all my money so I could put a nice down payment on this place. I'm glad we got it. We got it locked in, got it done. Interest rates are good. I'm happy. Everybody's happy. Duff's happy. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put one there straight with the world and one there kind of kittywampus so you can sneak past that one and into that one. I don't know. We shall see what happens. Kind of leery about putting one on that side with the floor heat, but we're gonna talk to the local fire department. They're gonna come out with a TIC, thermal imaging camera, see if we can find out where the lines are at, if we can drill in there. Otherwise, we'll probably just have the one right in here somewhere. Hopefully we can get around that furnace. That furnace makes a ton of noise. That's the nice part about my shop is the main furnace that I use when I'm filming is in the back so we don't hear it. And so is the air compressor. This one's pretty loud, so maybe we can put like some sound deadening shielding around it so we don't hear it. But I don't know what we're gonna do about that unless I crank it up in here before I come out and then turn it down while I'm filming, because that thing runs for a long time and she's pretty noisy, so you almost gotta take a break. Speaking of taking a break, I haven't had a sandwich in this place yet, so we're gonna celebrate. We got one of the OGs here, good old sandwich. I ain't made these things in, well, this is from July of 21, so we're closer to coming back around to July of 22. So let's crack her open. I appreciate it. This place, like I said, was in the works well before the YouTube, but you guys have helped me get this place and you guys have motivated me to get a better place and all that stuff. Duff appreciates you. I appreciate you. So cheers, everybody. They taste just as good in the new shop as they do in the old one. And now I think we're gonna do some cleaning. I'm not enthused about it. Duff is not enthused about it, but it's gotta be done. I figure if I don't clean the walls now, it's never gonna happen. My aunt was just in here, she's like, just put new tin up. And I'm like, that would be expensive, and I'm not a carpenter either, so that's not gonna be happening. It was a farm shop, and then they bought the place, added on to the shop, and then later built a house and then moved that other building out there. Oh, and there's like a 12 by 16 shed that they just put up next to the fuel tank, just basically for the electrical for the fuel tank. So we got a fuel tank in the yard, so we don't have to run to town and get fuel for the skid steer or the pickups or whatever. So I had to take out a small mortgage to fill that thing up the other day. Wow, inflation's not a thing though, guys. Oh yeah, I forgot to point out when we're up there, we got some stacks, some big chrome stacks off a semi that come with the place up on the mezzanine. So we need to find something dumb to do with those. You know, if we don't get our own dump truck, we'll have to build our own dump truck, huh, Duff? I think that wraps up the tour. I gotta turn these lights off. I always forget. All right. Well, have a sandwich and get to cleaning. All right, kids, that's about 2 hours of work. Granted, there's a learning curve with the pressure washer and the scrubbing and the mixing. It's definitely way easier to scrub from those screw holes down and not being on that silly ladder, but I'm gonna crack a Rhombus Guy's Iconic Blonde and sit back and admire our work. It's significantly better. I did have that light on. I tell you what, these lights suck. You turn them off and you gotta wait 45 minutes for them to come back on. So trying to figure out that light switch, I killed these accidentally, so we had a major malfunction. My shoulders is killing me. Man, that looks, even compared to that one, is way better, where the lighting is pretty much the same. But yeah, hey, quit digging in the floor dirt. Oh, you got straw in your mouth. You're trying to be a cowboy now that we're living out on the farm. You're a silly pup. So the way I figure it, there's 8 of these spans. I don't know how long that span is. Well, 110 divided by 8. I'm not gonna do math, so we'll call it 18 feet. I figure there's 8 of those on each side, so times 2 sides, 16. So we're 1/16 of the way done-ish, because we don't have these 2 spans here to do, but then we got the end walls, which there's not as much there. And like I couldn't get up top there. So the thing is, everyone was probably gonna say, well, just hit it with the pressure washer. So apparently there's green primer back here, and the pressure washer just takes her down to the green primer. And I'm not thinking. Ideally at some point, because all the washing that's been done here, this tin's getting pretty rusty and it's beat up, so it'd be cool to just put like, I don't know what they call it, where you put a different color tin like up to here, so put like some gray tin or something up to there. I don't know. That costs money. I think we probably used, what were we even using? Crud cutter. I don't know, we probably used a quart, maybe 2 quarts of this. So we're gonna need some more crud cutter, but it's mainly just scrubbing with that thing, and it sucks. It sucks. Not gonna need any cardio at the gym this week, like we were gonna do it anyway. And obviously this part is gonna be worse. Like you can see where there's grease spots up there. Like that did not wanna come off with a brush. I should like have brought, you know, a towel or something up there to wipe that off with my hand. And if I really wanted to get crazy, I could go over it again. You know, I'm not. I wanted to do the ceiling, but after doing this stuff on a ladder, I don't think I'm gonna want to do it on a lift. Just overhead stuff sucks. I painted 11 foot 4 inch ceilings in my garage with like a stick and a roller. In my first garage I built. That really sucked. And that was like 14 years ago, so I was a lot younger man then. But what do you think, Duff? Should call it a night? Wrap it up? It'll be interesting to see what the sound quality's like in here. I hope it's decent, because we're pretty deep into this project to change it. I guess worst case scenario, we would have to put like a lapel mic. And yeah, I'm really gonna be excited about wearing that. Okay, what do you think, Duff? Should we head her in? Yeah, I agree. Good work. Couldn't have done it without you. Also found out Duff doesn't really care for pressure washers, so good news is we got a big enough shop so he could hang out at the other end, and I could do my thing over here. If anybody wants a slightly used blue tarp, I'll give you a real sweet deal. No holds, no deliveries, cash only. Punching out. So we got Sparky here, and Beast the Bandit, and he's taking down the old metal halides. If anybody wants a sweet deal on these gymnasium kickball gyms, I'll hook you up. And we're putting in some Keystone X-Fit round high bay, 29,000 lumen, 200 waters. They're 120 to 277. You can select 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 K for the brightness or the color warmth or some stuff like that. And then there's 3 selectable lumens. We got her cranked up to 29,000. He's got the first one in. Kenny's gonna flip the switch. See how much brighter the new one is. It's a little bit faster anyway. Those ones take for flipping ever to warm up, and they're noisy. But yeah, I don't think the old one was ever this bright. How's it for shadows, Duff? There's a shadow around you. But once you get a few more up, should be better. We got 16 of them. We're gonna do 3 above those doors. We're gonna run a new row. We'll have 3 in this existing row, 3 in those next 2 rows, and then we're gonna have 2 rows of 2 back there in the wash bay. We don't need them above the mezzanine because it's not that high and we're not gonna be up there that much, so we'll just hook some lights up to those existing light switches that are up there. Yeah, she's gonna be bright, huh, Duff? All right, now we really see how dirty the walls are. Just got done having lunch. We got these 4 old metal halides down. We got those 2 up, and then we got 3 up over there. Still got to do the center one here, and another row here, and then all the ones in the back. Got these all set up, ready to go. The old Beast is killing it. It's pretty good, pretty good. What do you think, Shasta? What do you think? Come here, come here. Did you find the mud outside? Oh yeah. Did Duff show you where all the mud is at? He likes finding the mud too. So, yeah, hopefully we can get the last ones wrapped up. We got 3 ceiling fans to put up as well. And we'll really see how dirty the walls are. It's gonna be a lot of work. My back hurts.
Woo! Woo! Whoa, whoa, whoa! My back hurts! My back hurts!
And what have I got? Half of the building done. Half of one wall done. So, I'm gonna go finish up the other end. Then I think we'll maybe pressure washed the concrete cinder blocks. This would be a great job for pudding. And then I think we're gonna have to move all those shelves and move a bunch of stuff off this wall to get this side. Yep. Back at it. Looks quite a bit better. The electricians say I should find somebody to paint a mural on there, or we get some graffiti person. So we just got to go to the rail yards, find somebody who's painting graffiti to come paint it. Anywho, had our first mechanical failure in the new shop. Old Bandit here decided to go with Bluetooth steering. It's just a hydraulic ram, and the threads decided to pull out. Looks like she's been cobbled together once before. And there's nobody selling Bandit parts on Saturday, I'm guessing. There's the tie rod end. There's the cylinder that hooks to. And you could tell she's been modified before, so I'm gonna run her over to Pookie's, because all we got here is a stick welder, and I don't know how to use a stick welder, nor am I gonna learn today. So we're gonna fix that up. All right. We're gonna go Pookie's and use the old, I don't know what he's got, a Miller, some type of wire welder. We're gonna weld her up. Here we go. I like how the lawnmower is just sitting inside the fence where it broke down last fall.
Yeah.
Zoe! Where's your car? Where's the rats at?
What are you working on, actually?
It's a tie rod end on a scissor lift.
Oh.
Right? Where's the Swedish nut lathes?
Oh, yeah. You need a Swedish nut lathe? I'll get one.
I feel like there's a flop over here. and they're probably not put away.
Well, those are always put away. Those are everyone's tools.
The Snap-on toolbox, and they're all Chinese and Taiwan tools.
Yeah, they are, actually.
Like, look at all, there's a lot of extra open room on these benches, though, actually, you know. I like how you're just so ashamed of your cleanliness here. Where's the
helmet? I'm not for the helmet.
Or do we just use the safety squints?
No, try to get every time.
How does this thing crank to 11? Is there any other setting? Why is it?
Oh, it's one of those Chinesiums. Here you go.
Oh, and we're out of gas.
No, we're not.
What?
Nothing. You're doing great. I mean, because, like, my big head, like this, is supposed to come all the way down. Like, touch it. Like that.
Okay.
Hey, I can't breathe.
If you can't weld good, weld a lot.
You weld it for you?
I feel like you're probably a really good welder.
I actually am.
I feel like anything that I ask you if you're good at, you're gonna say that.
Well, I can tell you no. At a young age, I was always told if somebody asks you if you can do it, you always say yes.
Thanks, Pookie.
Yeah, no problem, man.
You're a gentleman and a scholar.
And thank you, Thomas Mortske.
That's not my real name. That's not my first name. Mortske's my first name.
Oh yeah, Mortske.
Your mustache is really coming in nice there. Chin, zoom in on it right about meow. I thought you were trimming the mullet off that day.
No, I decided not to.
When you gave me the old Saskatchewan yank.
Oh, dude, it's hard to part with it. It's hard to part with this beautiful thing. It took a lot of time and effort to grow something this beautiful, you know.
Speaking of beautiful, look at that weld.
Yeah.
It's gonna hold until it doesn't. All right, back to work. I feel like I'm not even gonna need to have a channel anymore. I'm just gonna walk around and follow you with this camera.
That's the pregnant trap cat. Just guesses. It's on my TikTok, but anybody can guess the date and how many kittens she's had. I've been with
What's your name? What's your name on TikTok?
Wet Spot Farms.
Wet Spot Farms.
Yeah, I guess so.
How many followers you got?
Like 12.
100.
No, 12.
12. So go if you're a TikToker, go follow Wet Spot Farms to find out who the father of black cats kittens are. All right.
That's a cat turd right there.
Oh God, we gotta get out of here.
No, that's fine.
Well, she's in. We finally got a lift. The good old boys, Big Mike and little Ryan, hooked us up out of Benco and West Fargo. Pretty excited to be using this thing. No more laying on our backs. We can lift a big dog. She's a 12,000 pounder. Can't wait. No, I don't want to hear anybody crying that, oh, you're a bigwig now, you got yourself all kinds of YouTube money and you got a hoist. No, this has been in the works for a long time, believe me. Had a hoist at our shop when I was a kid growing up with Grandpa. Had a hoist at Votech. Had a hoist at my buddy's place. My dad's got a hoist. It was gonna happen. Just needed a taller ceiling. So this is the key right here for me. My back is thanking me already. Can't wait to use it. Gotta do a little bit of wiring yet, then she's good to go. Okay, here we go. So now that you've seen what we started with, let's show you where we're at now. A lot of this stuff came from the old shop. If you want a video of the old shop, before we moved everything from the old shop to the new shop, check that video out. I'll try to put a link right here, one or the other. More great second channel content. Let's show you what we got going on, huh, Duff? So first thing is, we got rid of, we added 2 more fans. And we got rid of the old gymnasium lights. And we got these sweet LED lights from Hyperlight. If you want to know more about those, we'll try to put a link down in the description. And I think they got a promo going on because what we did with them. And yeah, they're pretty awesome. Easy to mount, nice and compact. My cousin, the Danimal, he ran all of the electrical on the Beast over there, the Bandit. So we did that. Mickelson helped me put a light on the flagpole out there because turns out the GFI socket had been submerged in water. They didn't like that. Got the coat rack, it's getting full. This is our burn pile. I thought burning trash was gonna be great. Living out of town, you know, being a guy, I like burning things. But turns out burning trash in Podunk, North Dakota, and the wind always blows, you can never do it because the wind's always blowing, so there's that. Trash cans. That's the thing about this place. Between trash cans and like tools being spread out, I'm walking all over the place. I need like a Segway. Is that even a thing anymore? A Segway? What are those called? Like a hoverboard, Duff? Ha! Anyway, trash cans. Like I got 2 of them in here. So now I just leave boxes all over and I just throw trash in the boxes because I hate walking all the way across the shop to throw something away. Complaining because this place is too big. It's 40 by 120. I don't know. In the other video, I think I said it was 50 by 100. Tomato. We got a cabinet with some stuff in it. Got the grill on the wall that'll probably never get used because got one at the house, which is right next door. That being said, I do live here, so please respect my privacy. This is a business and my home, so don't just show up unannounced, you know? If you want to come check the place out, maybe reach out to me. We can maybe work something out. Maybe not, but definitely don't just come looking for me. Don't Google me. Don't do that. It's weird. It's not cool. And if you do it when I'm not here, I guess it's probably illegal. And there's cameras, so we don't want that. So just don't do that. People do stupid things. Don't do stupid things. Do stupid things, win stupid prizes. We got the Coates 5060E here and the tire balancer. I always kind of wanted these right by the door because you're always wheeling tires in and out. My other shop was way in the back, so you're dragging all this dirt from used tires in and dirt off of old rims when you're breaking them down. This way it's right here. It's not way in the back of the shop. You gotta go grab a dustpan because you know we got the dustpan and the broom's right there. And the air compressor's way in the back corner where my other one was. And you'd be doing tires and you'd be listening to that air compressor right next to you as you're doing tires. So we kind of resolved that hopefully. And all this stuff might not stay where it's at. I kind of like that in the back because then nobody wanted me to mount tires for them because they didn't know I had a tire machine. Now as soon as you walk in the door, all my buddies are like, oh, you got a tire machine? Which most of my buddies already know. So there's that. We got a cabinet back there with all our tire stuff in it. We got a bunch of cabinets we got to mount. But because there's tin on the walls, you can't just put it up there and screw it up. You gotta figure something out. So if you know a good way to mount like cabinets and signs to tin walls, signs won't be so bad. We could probably just screw that to the tin. But I don't know if you gotta attach everything to the stringers, you gotta space it out with 1-bys. I don't know what we're gonna do. Drill press is there, that came with the place. As you can tell, we haven't used it yet because I got my backpack hanging on it. There's not enough outlets in here. Got our flammable cabinet, that was in the old shop, not being utilized. Cleaned up the bench a bit, and I got some of my small hardware fittings, assortments, drawers, stuff like that. I did stick a vise on here. It's not my old Wilton vise, but it's Columbia Colombian that I had laying around. They're pretty good vices, but it's not as good as the Wilton. So I want to build a different bench that's steel. It's a little bit higher and it's a fair amount deeper because this thing's just too shallow. There's a light here, which is still a must. You know, these lights, they're good, but they're not as amazing as I was hoping for. So I probably should have put some more in. Hindsight, you can never have too many lights. The Bobcat kind of came with the place, but kind of got to give it back. Since we're moving stuff from the old place, we got the old Bobcat there. This Bobcat here, so I can load stuff up there, unload it here with this. I don't have to bring the Bobcat back and forth. So this will be around for a while. Same with the dump truck. I'm trying to maybe buy the dump truck. I don't really need a dump truck. There's a lot of things you don't need, but you know, a 12 valve Cummins with a 5-speed and 116,000 mile dump truck with a plow. That's kind of what I want it for, is the plow for cleaning up the yard. Also came with the place, Mojo. Hopefully you guys will get to see him. He's kind of the hired man. He just turned 74 last Friday. Good guy. He's got a pretty good mechanical background. He helps do a lot of things. He's currently working on the enclosed trailer, doing some brakes. He did put some tie downs in it, fix some lights, bearings, all that good stuff. We put tires on it. Waiting on parts for that. So he modified this here tote here, and we're gonna throw a bunch of scrap iron in it so we can just throw it in, bring it in and out with the Bobcat. Easy to move. Otherwise, they've been doing it in like a 55-gallon barrel. So yeah, I got my hardware kind of sorted out. I gotta go through that thing and see what we're gonna do there. These are the old lights we need to dispose of yet. I got rid of the covers and the bulbs. These gotta go to a scrap pile somewhere else. Came with a torch, so we got 2 torches now. There's the vise that it came with. It's not as good a vise, and it's mounted to this table that kind of is flimsy. Side note, these are 610 Bobcat loader arms. And these are some type of dropout from Bobcat back in the day, which is also what the floor drains have. And instead of losing 10mm sockets on the floor drain, I'm pretty sure you could lose a 1/2-inch drive torque wrench. So we're gonna have to get some new floor drain covers cut out. We put the Godzilla.
Run! It's Godzilla!
Flexzilla, 50-foot cord rail. Like it's 50-footer, or is it 100-footer? A 50-footer. Cause yeah, can't have enough of those. We got to do some airline drops yet, especially on the other side of the building. We're going to run some rapid air 3/4 inch line, and then we're going to put some drops, and then we're going to put hose reels next to those, just 3/8 hose reels. And then we're going to put some speakers up there. So we got some nice kind of surround sound, and we got to do a bunch of electrical on that side of the building. Got the grinder here. Came with this parts washer. I have actually used that. That's kind of nice. Cleaning up engine parts for that little 283 for the 61 bubble top. This is Mojo's got the brake stuff, bearings going on this. Fun fact, you can buy loaded backing plates with brakes and loaded hubs with bearings and everything for like 300 or 350 bucks. And for new bearings and seals and races and new brake parts, it would have probably been like 250 bucks. So for an extra 100 bucks and less labor, and then you get all new parts, all new springs, all new electrical stuff, all new hubs, everything. Just do it, just buy new stuff. You don't have to clean any bearings up. Here's Mojo's fancy little fixture he made for testing lights out. He's a pretty handy dude. There's the floor drain cover I was talking about where you could lose a small human. He even washed the 06 for us. I don't know that thing's been washed a long time. Cleaned out the inside. I emptied out their bolt bin rack, other than the lock washers, because I hate lock washers and they don't really work. So fight me about it. That's right up there with like flexi hoses and Kraggers and white spokes. If I told you how much I don't like white spokes, they're acceptable on trailers, and that's all. Parts out of the 62 Bel Air 4-door. Pressure washer, you know, for doing pudding things. I was gonna clean the floor, but we gotta get an adapter to put that Simpson floor cleaner thinger on there. We need to make a hose rack. Mojo put us a new shut-off valve on here so we can hook the garden hose up. We didn't have that before, so that's pretty handy. So we're filling up Duff's dog water. Mojo also put us a peep mirror, so when we're in the break room here drinking beers, we can just quick glance at this and see who's here if we gotta dart out the back, you know, if the bank's coming, because they're gonna take the shot. Break room here. Yeah, we got some pizza ovens and the coffee pot that we don't use anymore, and the Stuart Warner parts cabinet. Just some miscellaneous crap, some packing stuff for shipping stuff. Another trash can. Here's the bathroom, which is full of parts. That's our, well, those are ignition cabinets. That cabinet's empty, and that one's got wiper blades. That's just our display toys, odds and ends. All of our spark plug came out of the spark plug cabinet, and they're in boxes yet. These are all cabinets that I said, you know, need to be hung up. Get the distributor machine in here, you know, so when you're doing your business, you can check that out. Oh, you want me to get your toy out of there? I got you. You lost your Kong dong. There you go. Spark plugs and universal joints. We got to find a cabinet for them. Got to mount a cabinet for them. So yeah, I don't know what to do with this room. I think we're going to put a bunch of cabinets and maybe some shelving in there. Put some more cabinets in here because I don't know what else we're going to do. I don't really need a room to sit around and drink. I don't know what we're going to do here. We're going to paint something on here. That's what sucks back here with the pressure washing. I can't really do any cabinets or any pallet racking because everything's gonna get wet. So those guys had like a blue tarp over there. So I suppose I could put, you know, shelving up there and put stuff on it and then just have blue tarp over it all the time, except when you need to get in there, but that's kind of cheesy. I mean, and I don't know how much pressure washer I'm gonna do because you know how much I love that. But at the same time, I don't want all my stuff getting wet. I might, at some time when I run into a whole bunch of money, put a concrete pad out back, and then you can do the pressure washing outside, and then you don't have the mess in here. And it'd be really cool to find a lift, like an old used beat to crap one, which I've maybe got a line on one. Put that out back, and that way you could put a car on a lift and you could pressure wash underneath it. I always thought that would be cool. And I don't want to do it with a nice hoist because then it's going to get, you know, susceptible to the elements. And like I said, there's no concrete out there, so we got to have concrete before we can put a lift out there. And I know I have my 4-post lifts, and I could put that in here and use that lifting stuff up and down, but then it's in the way the rest of the time, so kind of torn there on what I want to do. But and how much pressure wash underneath them things am I going to do? I don't know. Over here we got the water tank, which we've ran out of water twice now, both on, well, one on a Sunday and one on a Monday, which was a holiday. We just had Memorial Day. Got some oil, tires, greases, stuff like that. We got our saw. This is kind of our metalworking corner, but we don't have any electrical over here. So we got our horizontal saw, our lathe, our Bailey bead roller, jack stands. This is Mojo's mower that he originally had as a kid and still has had, and he showed me that it runs, and he brought it out and wants me to sell it for him, so I think I got somebody lined up to buy that. Hopefully, Walt, you already own this thing by the time the video comes out. This cart, you know, Puddin's always working from that little cart in his shop. This one's a little bit bigger, and hopefully I got enough room in here, and we can just kind of move this around, and I can use this kind of a working table. Again, it's kind of low. I'm a tall guy, not that tall, but I like a tall table. I got a shinker stretcher, vertical bandsaw, the press. We already used the press a couple times. We got the welders over here. Dano, he ran a 220 outlet over here for the welder, which I ended up having to use for the hoist. Toolboxes, my little welding table, my grinder cart. This is the beast. The, what is this thing? The Bandito scissor lift. Daniel's pretty good at that thing. And then, yeah, this is all stuff that was, this pallet racking was in my old shop, and we kind of took a lot of the stuff that was already on it and put it back on it. Bought a pile of these totes, and I've been kind of labeling them and filling them up as we go. Really not much to see there. That's all, like I said, stuff that was kind of on them. Here's our hoist. It's blue. I'm not going to tell you the brand because I reached out to all the manufacturers. None of them would even respond to me, so I guess I'm not going to give any of them free advertising. It is an American company, but it's mostly offshore parts. It's a 12,000 pound lift, symmetrical arms. I guess that's the one to get. I don't know. It's pretty awesome though. I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
So yeah, that's the bubble top. You guys have probably already seen that video. I'm guessing this has been behind. Used oil furnace. We're putting some of the oil stuff over there for, you know, oil changes and 80-90 and stuff like that. I think I want to modify that rack a little bit so I can store some more stuff over there. Utilize that space a little bit better. The thing I don't like about it is you got oil over there and you got a furnace which has flames, and I really don't want to burn this place down. Water runs underneath the doors when it rains because the pad out front kind of slopes towards the shop, which sucks. So I don't know what we're going to do there. So every time it rains, we got water all over the floor, which it's been raining a lot lately. So Might need to do a bunch of dirt work, pour a new pad, slopes the other way. And also the building has no overhang, cheaped out, you know, should have had like a 1 foot or 18-inch overhang so that the water, you know, runs off out here instead of straight down the wall and down the doors. 61 parts trash can that we got on an auction down in Aberdeen here a while ago. That'll be another second channel video. We got a bunch of stuff at an auction, a bunch of old Ford parts, some cool stuff. Chevy 50, 51, 2 Chevy accessory steering wheel, flathead, Edelbrock, regular dual high-rise intake, some Stromberg 97 carbs. My toolbox, I didn't really know where to put it, so I just been kind of rolling around. I kind of like that, being able to roll it around, because like I said, this place is big. So if you're working down there and the toolbox is back here, that's a lot of steps. And the little gray carts have been really handy, other than they just get filled full of crap. But use those to, you know, projects like we got this manifold and alternator we're gonna put on this car later tonight. Yeah, so it's been really hard to get content out because I've been moving, I've been trying to organize. It's summertime now, so I've been playing softball. And yeah, things just get busy in the summer, and at the same time, it's picking up. We're buying cars and selling cars, and so we've been doing that stuff, hauling cars around, you know, excuses. I'll give you a quick tour of what we going on. We got this stuff in the mezzanine up here. So I got my belt racks hung up. I like to keep a lot of belts on hand. Rock Auto sells them dirt cheap, like less than $4 a piece usually. Some of them are like $1.30. So when they're $1.30, I buy like 5 of them. And every time I come up here, who's got to come with me? You. Yeah, it's a mess. I got to do some pallet racking up here. This stuff was kind of by my toolbox in the old shop, and I'm just, you know, trying to organize where it is. So I had some buddies who probably also watch this stuff. Really grateful they came and helped me out. My dad, Mopar Madman, the elf from Guelph. I don't know what we're gonna call him. We'll just call him Tucker. Tucker helped. Who else? Schultzy and Benny P, the Watertown boys, they came up. Nobody local. Well, my dad. Well, he's still 50 miles away. Yeah, the elf is like 40 miles away. It was the closest guy. Nobody local came and helped. Chin wasn't around because he had a thing going with his wife. But I'm really thankful for those guys came and helped. We had one of their trailers, my car trailer. I had my 2-place trailer. My dad had his car trailer. And we had this enclosed trailer that I bought pretty much just for the move. We moved a lot of stuff, but we basically just brought it here and dumped it off. So then I've just been, ever since, just kind of trying to sort it all out. So, got some sorting to do. Yeah, there's one of our seal cabinets. These are the blue cabinets around the wall. I think I got 4 of them. Yeah, there's another one over there. So I got to find a spot for those. Yeah, it's kind of a mess up here. I got most of my stuff in totes or indoor boxes, but you can see, hey, I need a carb gasket. So I got to dig through the whole box, find my Rochester 2G gasket for the 283, and then it just keeps getting spread out. Our seals, you know, we got to get our seal cabinet so we can put that stuff up. We got to figure out what we're going to do with filters. Those were in a cabinet. Just stuff. I got another rack for battery cables. We're gonna hang that up. Hopefully get our battery cables on it so we can, instead of opening a tote, dumping it all over, getting the one you want, putting it back together. And then if we're out of one, we can see what we're out of. Yeah, gotta figure out some cabinets. Gotta buy some pallet racking. Pallet racking is not cheap. Well, it's expensive to me, and I need a lot of it. The other thing is there's another 40 by 50 building on the property, but it doesn't have any concrete in it, so I don't want to fill that full of stuff until we get concrete in there. We had a contractor come out and look at it. They're swamped, so hopefully we can get some concrete in there by fall, because I have a bunch more stuff that I want to move and put in there so that it's here. But yeah, we haven't been able to do that. The backyard's full of cars already. Some new, not new, new to us, and then some of them projects we've had forever. So yeah, that's pretty much the shop tour. We know we got some sound quality issues, so I got some lapel mics we're gonna try out, and then I think as we get some more population, some more stuff in here, stuff hanging on the wall, I was gonna try to maybe hang some stuff, wheels and steering wheels and stuff from the not rafters, steel beams, wood beams, yeah, I guess you call them rafters, trusses, some grills, you know, stuff like that, so that it's out of the way and it's kind of cool to look at and nobody can steal it, you know, like walk out with it, even though nobody's really gonna come here. don't come here. This is my domain. I think that pretty much wraps it up. The concrete, that's what I wanted to put the hoist up here further so that it's kind of out of the way so that you can still bring a pickup and trailer in that door to let the hoist be in the way. But the concrete, I think in 12 feet, that's how wide that thing is. It drops 3 inches, so they would have had to have a 3-inch shim in there. And then the arms on that side are going to be like, you know, on the end they're going to be 3 inches. So towards the inside they're going to be, you know, 2 inches off the ground. So he said it's not really a big deal unless you got low cars. And I'm like, yeah, I got a lot of low vehicles, so we didn't want that. It was pretty much flat where it's at, you know, drops like maybe a 1/4 inch. So that's where it ended up being. And then if we came up here further, we got to worry about the hitting the floor heat tube lines. So we found out where all those are at. There wasn't really a good layout, and then plus the concrete matches that other stuff. So it would have been like a 2 or 3 inch shim there, so not good. So that's where it's at. It's actually working out pretty good. It's kind of a waste because we have like a 12-foot door, but then we have a, you know, a 10-foot hoist you're driving through, so you can't really utilize the whole door that well, but whatever. It is what it is. We got a hoist. Beats the crap out of laying on the floor. I think that's about it. You got any questions? Just leave a comment down below. You got any concerns, you know, about sound quality, or you should not have your metal stuff by where your pressure washer is. I don't know. Pretty excited about this place. We're gonna utilize the crap out of it. It's probably too big, but that's what she said.
That's what she said.
Well, thanks for checking this video out. Check out our other videos on the second channel. Appreciate all of you very much. The second channel is just a great spot to put videos like this that unfortunately a lot of folks don't like, which is fine, I get it, but it really just kind of slugs us below the belt on the algorithm on the main channel, so we put them on the second channel because I know a lot of you guys wanted to see this. Been begging to see the new shop or know what happened to the new shop, or we want a tour of the old shop, we want a tour of the new shop. Tours. Hey, buy some Mortske merch so that we can afford to put a concrete pad out back to pressure wash and stuff like that. Support the channel. Patreon, I don't do much on there. I know a lot of you have given us money on there, and I appreciate the crap out of it, but it's just so hard to come up with new content to not only give to the people who are just regular subscribers, but people who are the Duff approved. Those, thank you very much, everybody who's Duff approved. Go check that out down below, join that. I do a lot of like short, you know, 10-second, 30-second videos. Basically, it's my Snapchats. There's some pretty funny stuff on there, and it's a little less PG than what we're normally used to, but check that out. Yeah, Patreon, if you want to help us out, totally cool. Battery sponsors, all you folks that are battery sponsors, we just got a new one today. Freaking awesome. I love it. For like the first time in my life, like we almost have half as many batteries around us. We have vehicles that run and or potentially run, so that's pretty awesome. Otherwise, usually I had like 3 batteries and 13 vehicles, and you're like, crap, which one's it in so I can go for a ride in whatever one. But yeah, it's awesome. You all are super awesome. Don't feel like you need to be a battery sponsor or, you know, buy any merch or anything. Just commenting, thumbs up, just watching the video is awesome. We really appreciate it. Both the Duff and I, even though he's just down there taking a napski. Duff man, do you like the new shop? Is it all right? So much room for activities.
Look at all this floor space. So much. Do aerobics in here. So many activities. Do step class.
It's making my head spin how many activities we can do.
But I think that's gonna wrap it. Yeah, as we do more stuff around the yard, you know, if we get do pour some concrete out here, we'll do some videos of that. They're taking up some overhead power lines, and they're gonna bore it under. So if I can work it out with my 9-to-5 job, so that I can video some of that stuff, we'll get some of that in there for you. And as far as other stuff on the other channel, the second channel, we might be putting a hitch that's laying in the back. In this pickup, we got to put a dash in it. Just different stuff that's not your usual will it runs and hot rod stuff, but it's pretty cool content. It's good to know how to do, and we're doing it anyway. And I try to make it fun and entertaining. So we'll see what we can do. We're gonna give this second channel a go and try to give you guys some more content than the usual, you know, hour and a half, 2 hour video that you've been used to seeing every week. And the stuff that we got to do anyway, like the trailer. You know, Mojo, good dude, probably doesn't want to be on camera, but whatever. He's working on my enclosed trailer. All right, thank you very much for watching this. It's probably pretty long. The camera says we're at just about 30 minutes right now, so plus the old stuff. I mean, this is probably an hour-long video, just our new shop, but I'm really excited about it. Thank you very much. Remember, it doesn't matter how you get it done, as long as you're having fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun in this shop. I guarantee it.